the case of Brian Terrell, People versus Brian Terrell. Mr. Terrell is here pro se, having been qualified as such previously. Assistant District Attorney Mick Roberts is here on behalf of the people. Mr. Terrell, is there any legal reason why sentence cannot be imposed?
No.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, there is. I won't speak so much to the reasons that brought us here. I had ample opportunity, and I felt had a good hearing in my closing statement and other opportunities I've had to address the issues. I want to commend, again, to say that the level of attention being paid to us is truly extraordinary in this case. I commend you, Judge Gideon. And also, I appreciate that you said several times in response to previous statements that my co-defendants have offered you interesting things to think about. And I'm sure that you will be pondering those. And you, along with Ellen and some of the others, offer the suggestion that perhaps some of the things you've heard today might be enough to sway your mind, given some thought in the next few days. There are remedies. I want to speak to, I've been very puzzled by the sentencing that's been going on, especially in light of the care taken in other parts of this procedure. I think I want to speak to Judy's situation because I believe there's a misunderstanding. Perhaps Mr. McRoberts misunderstood the testimony too, and the exchange got quite heated, and maybe people were not speaking clearly. Maybe people were not listening clearly. Maybe Judy was not listening clearly. There seems to be the assumption that because Judy admittedly brought these red sheets, that she was somehow more involved in planning than other people. This shows that she had a plan. I know this was a very much a group effort. Judy brought the sheets. Ellen took responsibility, with help from others, of drawing up the indictment. Other people brought the flowers that you saw being put into the wagon. Judy was no more responsible for the planning of this action than any single one of the rest of us. And I want to say, because I think it will probably come up because you quote what I said in your ruling, my speech at the site, and that speech was my contribution, one of my contributions to the effort. There were 3 other people who spoke that for some reason the police, who said things that could be interpreted, had the police remembered them as, as inflammatory as mine. Actually, when Lieutenant Daly arrested me, he said, "You're under arrest for inciting to riot." He told the media later that he had to withdraw that because there was no ensuing riot. But I'm bringing that up to say, not because I do not in any way want to avoid responsibility for my part in it. However, I want to anticipate, and what I want to deflect is, I don't want any unearned credit for having more to do with the planning or the execution of what happened on April 22nd. I was honored to be working with a group of people who listened to one another and who brought their ideas and discussed things, and we pulled things together really over a 10-day walk from Ithaca. Yet these ideas were percolating, and other people outside, the group of people who were arrested, many people's ideas and labor were brought into this. And so it very much puzzles me that any of our friends are sitting in jail back there. And especially Judy. I feel like you can not only reconsider your verdict, which I pray you do, you are also in a position to reconsider the sentences that you have given out today. And you could come up with something more fair and more just. In the absence of that, and maybe in the meantime, because you have several days anyway to think about this, I'm going to ask to go to jail till Sunday night along with Judy. I can do that easily, I must say, Your Honor, and I need to be honest. Being in jail for 15 days starting today would be a very, because of various obligations I have, would be a very serious burden on me. If you want to send me to jail for longer, I'm perfectly willing to come back next week and start a 15-day sentence. But I would ask for the 4-day sentence that you gave to my friends. And I'd also want to say something, to Fred, Mr. McRoberts, and I really don't want to soften what Danny said to you. I know that was very, very harsh. It was very hard. I don't judge Danny for saying that. I agree. I think there were times that you were acting very unprofessionally and very, almost cruelly, I would say. But I also want to say, I want to assure you that in this group, in our discussions together, tremendous concern for you and your welfare, and tremendous concern about what we might do or not do that might bruise you or to hurt you or to put you or to embarrass you. And there is an awful lot of concern. There is even, I must say, affection in the circle for you, and deep prayers. So, and along with Mary Ann, invitation to join us. Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
I guess my biggest concern in the testimony I had received was the fact that you had requested people to, and I know it didn't come from you, but I'm taking it from the testimony received of others, that you were the one who asked people to join you across the police line. Sentencing judgment is court. It's going to be concurrent, the two sentences, sentencing on each. I'm going to give you 10 days with credit for time served and credit already in for good time. So in other words, I think that comes out this Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure where it's going to come out. They're going to have to calculate it. $250 fine, $125 surcharge. I also am serving you with a summons with notice that if you willfully fail to pay it, it will be converted to a civil judgment. You do have a right to appeal this, the sentencing judgment in the court. To do so, you have to file a notice of appeal within 30 days.
Guys, gotta quiet down. Guys, gotta have order.